That twitch, that little whimper. You've watched it happen and smiled without ever knowing what it meant. Your dog isn't just sleeping, it's somewhere else entirely. Running, playing, feeling things it can't say out loud. Think about the last time you watched it sleep. That paw that moved, that breath that caught. It was chasing something it loved. And what dogs chase in their sleep, who they run toward, is not random, not even close. Every dream starts with something real, a moment from that exact day, stored, replayed, felt all over again. Not a random flickering of a sleeping brain, a replay, scene by scene, feeling by feeling. Researchers at MIT watched this happen in real time, inside a sleeping brain. What they found quietly changed everything. The hippocampus, your dog's memory center, fires the same patterns asleep as it did awake. The dream is a copy of the day. Your dog doesn't dream in blurry shapes. It dreams in moments, specific ones. The walk this morning, the couch last night. And somewhere in that sleeping mind, right now maybe, it's living one of those moments again, fully, completely. But here's the thing about what dogs choose to replay. It's not the food. It's not the other dogs at the park. What your dog's brain returns to every single night is something you've never thought to look for, until now. Before we get to who your dog dreams about, you need to understand what's actually happening inside that sleeping body. That twitch isn't a glitch. It's a sign that your dog has crossed into the deepest stage of sleep, where dreaming lives. Dogs reach REM sleep about 20 minutes after closing their eyes. That's when the body stills and the mind starts running. During REM, your dog's brain is almost as active as when it's wide awake. The eyes flicker, the paws move, the breath changes. And yet it doesn't get up and run. Something is holding it in place, on purpose, by design. A structure deep in the brainstem sends a signal during REM, a temporary lock on the muscles. The dream runs, the body stays. Those twitches you see? They're the lock slipping, just for a second. Enough for one paw to reach through. Small dogs twitch more than large dogs, not because they dream more intensely, but because their REM cycles are shorter and happen more often. A small dog might cycle through REM every 10 minutes. A large dog, every 90. Same dream state, completely different rhythm. This is why a big dog lying still can be dreaming just as vividly as a small dog that won't stop twitching. The dreaming isn't in the twitching. The dreaming is in what the brain keeps coming back to, while the body can't follow. And what does your dog's brain keep returning to? That's where things start to get personal. Because the sleeping brain doesn't replay everything equally, it chooses. And the way it chooses will matter to you. Here's what the sleeping brain is actually doing during REM. It's not resting, it's sorting. Every experience from the day gets filed, but not all of them make the cut. The brain keeps what mattered and lets the rest go. The brain sorts memories by emotional weight. Moments with strong feeling get replayed first and stored deepest. A walk where nothing special happened, that fades. But the moment you came through that door today, that one stays. Your dog's brain isn't storing facts, it's storing feelings. The difference matters more than you'd think. When a memory carries emotion, the brain flags it, like placing a marker on a file that says, "This one matters, keep it." Now think about what produces the most emotion in your dog's day. Every single time, without exception. It's you, walking in, sitting down, reaching out, your voice, your smell, your presence in the room. Those are the moments that get flagged. Those are the files the sleeping brain pulls open, night after night. And then there's the whimper, that soft sound that makes you stop whatever you're doing and just watch. That sound isn't pain. It's what emotion looks like when the body is mostly locked, but feeling keeps pushing through. Humans cry in dreams, dogs whimper. Different sound, same reason. Something in there is being felt, deeply. And if the feeling is strong enough to push through a brainstem lock, imagine how strong the memory behind it must be. So here's the question that's been building this whole time. What or who is your dog actually dreaming about? Researchers had the same question, and when they started looking, the answer kept pointing to the same thing. Most people assume dogs dream about food or chasing things. The evidence points somewhere completely different. Harvard researcher Deirdre Barrett spent years asking what animals dream about. Her conclusion about dogs was simple and stunning. Dogs most likely dream about their owners, not in abstract, not symbolically, about you specifically. Your face, your movements, your voice. The bond your dog feels toward you, it doesn't pause when it falls asleep. It follows it in, and it plays out all over again. Every moment you spent together today, the morning routine, the glance across the room, the hand on its back, your dog filed all of it. And tonight, while you're doing something else entirely, it's going back through every one of those moments, one by one. That whimper you heard last night, it wasn't nothing. It was your dog feeling something about you, while you weren't even in the room. Stress levels drop steadily through REM, but only when the dreams carry safety. And for your dog, safety has a face. Your presence, even as a memory, even as a dream, is enough to calm your dog's entire nervous system while it sleeps. You are not just someone it lives with. You are the thing its sleeping brain reaches for, every single night, without being told to. Let that sit for a moment. Your dog spends its waking hours waiting for you, and its sleeping hours, replaying you. There is no version of its day, awake or asleep, where you are not the center of it. Think about what that means. You leave, it waits. You return, it celebrates. You disappear into sleep, it finds you there too. This is what attachment looks like in a species that can't use words. It shows up in the body, in the brain, in the dream. You've probably wondered, does my dog actually love me? Not just need me, not just rely on me, actually love me. The dreaming brain doesn't lie, it doesn't perform, it doesn't try to please anyone. It just goes back to what it loves most. And it keeps going back to you, night after night, without exception, without hesitation. When your dog dreams about you, the same bonding feeling that fires when you're actually together, fires again. Distance means nothing to it. Your dog's brain doesn't distinguish between you being in the room and you being in the dream. The feeling is the same. The chemistry is the same. That's not a small thing. That's your dog carrying you with it, even into the one place you can't follow. Every night it closes its eyes, it doesn't let you go. It takes you with it, into the dark, into the quiet, into the dream. And you never knew, until now. You had no idea it was doing this, every single night, without you ever asking. There's one more moment nobody talks about. The moment your dog wakes up, coming back from wherever it just was. Watch it sometime. That slow blink, that lift of the head, that pause, like it's finding its way back into the room. And then, almost every time, it looks for you. Not the door, not the food bowl, you. Waking from a dream of you, then finding you still there, settles something deep inside it. Relief, recognition, safety confirmed. It dreamed of you, then it woke up, and there you were. Still here, still safe, still its person. That look it gives you, soft eyes, still half asleep, isn't random. It's recognizing something it was just dreaming about. You've been greeted by your dog thousands of times, but the greeting after sleep, that one is different. Now you know why. Two things happening at once, your dog leaving the dream world, and the real world confirming everything the dream promised. Most people never connect those two moments. The sleeping whimper and the waking glance, they're part of the same sentence. Your dog was saying something in its sleep, and the first thing it did when it woke was check that you were still listening. This has been happening every night, long before you knew what to look for, long before this moment right now. And it will happen again tonight. While you're somewhere else, your dog will find its way back to you, the same way it always has. So let's bring this back to where we started. That twitch, that whimper, that small movement you've watched 100 times. You thought it was just sleep. It was never just sleep. It was your dog living something it couldn't put down even unconscious. Every night it closes its eyes, it takes the best parts of its day with it. And in most cases, those best parts have your face in them. Your dog's brain has been building a library of you. Every walk, every quiet evening, every time you reached down without thinking. That library doesn't close. It opens every night, and your dog walks through it the same way you'd flip through photos of someone you love. You didn't ask for that kind of devotion. You didn't earn it through anything specific. It just decided you were worth coming back to. Every night. There's a word for that. Not loyalty, not habit. Something quieter than both, and harder to find anywhere else. What your dog builds with you over years, it doesn't stay in waking hours. It seeps into sleep, into dreams, into the brain's most private space. Tonight, when your dog curls up and its breathing slows, something is about to happen that it has no control over. It's going to find you. Not because it has to. Because after everything, every day, every moment, you're still the place its mind goes when it finally lets go. So tonight, before you turn off the light, look at your dog. Really look. It's already storing this moment. For later. Give it something worth dreaming about. You already know how. You've been doing it, without knowing, every single day.